Welcome back. So under the unlock 4.0, Delhi is all set to restart the metro services, which has been suspended from March 22nd. In fact, the metro services are going to begin from September 7th. And there is a very elaborate protocol which has been put in place for the, for running the metro service in Delhi. As per the new guidelines, it would be mandatory for all passengers to wear masks and use smart cards to avoid spreading coronavirus. The passengers would be screened at the entry points and only asymptomatic people will be allowed to enter. Now take a look at this detailed report by my colleague Kamaljeet Sandhu for more details on what you need to be careful about, what you need to do, and how will the metro service function in the staggered, manner in the national capital Delhi from September 7th.
Nearly 6 months after Delhi Metro was shut down, it's all finally set to open from the 7th onwards in a graded manner. Now we get you what changes on ground, especially after the announcement by the government that this is going to open. Firstly, this is gate number 7 of Rajiv Chowk. This is where entry and exit point will be for this time period. But let me tell you, right at the beginning, there is these placards and the boards which are being kept. And this is what it says. You have to wear a mask, sanitization, thermal screening, which will happen downstairs, using smart cards. So this is going to be extremely contactless. You have to follow social distancing norms, alternate seats in the train. This is obviously all the do's and don'ts which have been put in here. But very clearly, these are challenging times. Delhi Metro has been in use simply because it is one of the friendly ways to travel. It's easy on the pockets. This is where Delhi likes to travel. The average footfall is 46 lakh people. But on average, just on the station, it is 4 to 5 lakhs people who gather around. But clearly, we get you what really happens during this period when Delhi Metro opens up. What do you really expect? Let's get in. So we are now trying to get inside a lift. Here it is. This is a contactless way. You touch with your feet, not using your fingers. And we get inside. See the sanitization taking place. I'll ask the camera person to really come in at this moment. So this is where the lift really functions. It will go up and down. This is lift number 4. But clearly efforts being done. Again, this is where you get in, and now we are going up. But the point is to ensure that you're sanitized. And we saw, here we are in Rajiv Chowk. But let's get back to the basic. For those using lift, there is a pedal outside here also. So we're getting in. Niche chaliega. So now we're going downstairs again. Okay, we have come to a second point, which is called the baggage sanitization point. So there you see it. Since today is a day where media is allowed to look at the equipment here being sanitized. Avoid carrying any unnecessary baggage, but clearly have a look. This is the screening as well as a point where you sanitize. And look at the x-rays. So more or less things look just the same. Things look just the same. This is where the scanning is really done. But clearly, CISF here, remember, these are the COVID warriors in a certain sense because they're wearing a shield, they're wearing gloves. They will also be making sure that this remains more or less entirely contactless. So here we are after 6 months. This is where we're going to be entering inside the metro. Remember, these people are there to ensure that the social distancing is maintained very clearly, because one of the highlights is that the metro is not going to stop in places where social distancing is violated. Now, how they're going to do it is going to be difficult because people would want to deboard from the metro. People would want to get on. So very clearly, it's not that only few people are violating, a lot of others are. And obviously the way the population is, remember, 4 to 5 lakh people have been using it. But clearly, let's just step foot. And here we are entering the metro now. And this is where it's the same metro, but again, clearly cleaning taking place here. And this is where alternate seats are the ones. So where there is a circle here, it says this is a place where you can't be seated. So alternate seats are the ones, and there has to be a capacity in which distancing has to be maintained. So very clearly, regular sanitization, and remember they've said time slots will be kept, a staggered time slot, to ensure that that there is not too much crowding which takes place. So yes, coming the 7th, first time is the people who are going to be coming back to Delhi Metro. It's a lifeline in a many sense for Delhi people. But again, once again, it's going to be life back on tracks, slowly but eventually. With camera person Sanjeev, this is Kamaljeet Sandhu in Delhi for India Today.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.